So while we don't know how Whitney Houston died, this much is for sure: death sells. After years without a hit, today Houston is the top download on iTunes. She's poised to join a very exclusive club, musicians who are earning big money in the afterlife. Here's Paul Hunter.
Forget about stretched limos or a Rolls Royce. They're for rock stars who are still living. A big black hearse is the ticket for Drew Raphael, who gives tours in New York of, among other hotspots, the places where rock stars died before they got old.
Right in front of this building, right here, the amazing, iconic musician John Lennon was shot.
Lennon fans pay good money for this, all part of the huge and ever-growing industry around dead pop stars. Whitney Houston's career may have nosedived years back, but even as her body lay in the LA morgue this weekend, her songs shot up the iTunes charts. At this record store in Los Angeles, they sold out fast.
It was gone. I mean, I think the day that it happened, they made a little display for her. They put the little "Rest in Peace Whitney" up there, and within a matter of hours, it was all gone. People just came and bought everything.
Amy Winehouse, who died last summer, released a CD in December. That's right. It's now number 12 on the UK charts. And all of these records, each of them by dead pop stars, each released after they died, are all still bringing life to bank accounts everywhere.
John Lennon, for example, had a hat trick of number ones. That's 3 number ones in Britain after he was dead.
Music writer Paul Gambaccini says it's as if fans worry the songs will just disappear if they don't buy them.
You would think that people would not be so hysterical about this, but in fact they're not listening to reason, they're following their heart.
Even tonight, in cold, rainy London, Lennon fans crossed Abbey Road because that's what they do.
I think people want to be part of the history or something.
But it's also peculiar to pop stars. This is the grave of Doors singer Jim Morrison. This is Elvis Presley's, both still big-selling musicians. And though you don't need to be a pop star to sell well after death, it sure helps.
It's a part of self-definition that I'm afraid the literary world or the theatrical world, even the cinema world, is never going to have. There's something about the intimacy of music and one's personal identity that, at least in this era of human history, makes us connect more closely to the pop star than to the author.
Back in LA, Mark Rosler makes a living in part on those who aren't. Those are his clients on the wall. One of his first was Presley, who died 34 years ago but made $55 million last year. The Houston estate, predicts Rosler, will do just fine.
You're going to see enormous opportunities for the family to capitalize on this. You know, that's the sad reality of it.
Could it be Neil Young was right, that timing counts?
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Truth is, a pop star who dies young is a valuable pop star. Houston was just 48.
I think clearly what we're going to see is a situation very similar to Michael Jackson, where the circumstances in a lot of respects were very similar. Very untimely death as they were beginning to rebound in their careers. And you're going to see a very similar situation.
If it all seems a bit crass, there's another way of looking at sales after death. In the case of Whitney Houston, they're buying her good stuff from the old days. A rediscovery, says Gambaccini, of a true star.
And suddenly it's, oh my God, Whitney Houston. And they quite rightly go to the key fact, which is that she set the template for female vocalists of the past quarter century.
A good start for her new career as the late Whitney, a path taken by many before her.
Sid Vicious met his maker.
And one on which, no doubt, many more will follow. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Washington.